Welcome into September here in Ravenport. This episode we're going to start tilling up all of our fields because I looked at the planting calendar, and if we plant barley in September, we can harvest it next spring and still be able to get a seeding of soybeans in. So that is my plan, to get all this tilled up, get all 4 of these smaller fields, including this big one here, seeded up with barley, and then we can get that second planting next year. That would be really nice, make a little extra money. I do have a load of, I believe, 10 bales here. Yeah, there's 10 bales of straw that I got out of this field. I was going to go sell, but right now the market for straw is at a record low. So I don't want to waste the straw we have. I mean, all the bales I got from the other small fields up on the hill, I took those and put in storage because we'll use those for the cattle barn. I got the 2 hay bales brought down for the sheep pen, and we will end up using them as soon as we get some sheep. But right now we're at only $8,200, so we're a little low on funding. So as soon as I get this all seeded up, then we'll see what we have in the line of money to see if we can actually go ahead and buy sheep in this episode. Let me get this field here all tilled up, and then we'll run to town and get some seed to start planting the barley. So see you in a little bit. Well, I do believe this winter I'm going to come out here with a chainsaw and start cleaning up this hillside. Get rid of all these trees up here, and my son was asking, well, are you going to make the field bigger? And I think instead of making the field bigger, I'm actually going to use it for prairie grass and mow that all up and get some extra hay off of it. Then that field that we have as a hay field, we can actually plow it up and turn it into some row crops. I think I'll be better off just using it to make hay than trying to turn it into a field. Plus it gets kind of steep up there as well. So let me get this thing folded up. I'll have a worker probably start plowing up and disking up those other fields up on the other hill while we run to town and grab some seed. I only have, like I said, the $8,000, so I can't buy a lot of seed, but I should be able to get enough to seed all this fall. So let me get him set up, then we will probably grab our little green truck there. That should be able to grab a couple pallets of seed. That should be enough. And I'm not sure if the fent, probably the fent is what it's going to take to pull that cedar. But let me get this guy up in the field, and we will head on into town. Well, here we go. He's going good in the town. He's set up to do 1 headland. We'll see how he does. Looks like he's already missing a little bit there in the corner, but that's not too bad. But let me run to town, get a couple pallets of seed there at the seed store, and then we can begin planting this fall. There, $1,900 worth of seed purchased. That's not too bad. I think I can fit 2 in. Let me get these loaded up, and we'll get back and start working. Let's see if I can find them. There they are. Yep, they fit just fine in there. Had to turn the one because the wheel wells were kind of in the way, but this little pickup can do the job. I do like these little side racks on it to kind of keep everything in good. Although I did bring the straps, so I was able to strap them in. They shouldn't go anywhere, but let me get back and we'll get these thrown in the cedar and start planting that big field that we just plowed up, and it should be good to go. And the other guy, he should be done with that first field of 3. It looks like he just finished. It says finish work up there, so I get him on the next little field and we can get to seeding. Yeah, it looks like he's missed quite a little bit, so I'm going to have to touch up just a hair here. Maybe I should have him do 2 headlands, or I don't know. As small as these fields are, maybe I should just do it all myself. Forgot this thing takes a little while to unfold, but let me get this all touched up, then I'll have him get in the next field. We'll set it up for 2 headlands and see if he can get it all done in one pass. At least we'll see if it does any better. If this doesn't work, we'll just turn headlands off and not even do them, and maybe he can actually do better just going back and forth like we originally did on the first field. I'm going to get down, we'll get in the Fendt tractor, and we will start that cedar up. Well, I messed that idea up. This thing cannot plant what I wanted it to. So I'm going to actually put it back in the barn. For one, I also forgot to get any fertilizer. So I need to spend some money on fertilizer. Get that raised up so I don't hit the pickup. So we're going to have to go to town and see if we can lease some kind of little cedar that'll let me plant barley this time of year. Get that dropped off and see what we got that we can pick up. Well, unfortunately, I did not add any cedar mods, so I'm just going to go with this Nordstein here. I'm going to lease it. It doesn't need fertilizer, so I don't have to worry about fertilizer yet. Probably wait till maybe spring to get a fertilizer cart and all that. But now we'll just run into town and grab that cedar and get to back here and plant. It's only 3 meters, so I'm really not looking forward to using something quite that small, but we don't have all the equipment that we need to be able to use it. And if you look at that field up there on the hill, he's still missing stuff. So I think we're just going to have him go back and forth and not worry about doing a headland. But let me get to town and get that new cedar picked up. Still can't believe I messed that whole cedar thing up by having the wrong planter available. So used to using modded equipment that you can just sit there and the same thing will seed everything you have, including potatoes. But now we just have to sit there and use what we have available to us. Let me get this thing on barley. Don't want to plant wheat, because then wheat I couldn't harvest in time. This thing started up. Oop, need to unfold it first. Wow, I didn't even know this thing folded up. There we go. All right. We'll get course place set up on this. Well, maybe if this tractor has the power to start going. There it goes. Boy, these manual transmissions at a very slow speed too, but I'll set course place up and let somebody else do this, and we'll go grab the plains of it and get the other field disked up. All right, we touched up that field for him, all the pieces he missed, and we'll set course place up on this field. We're going to try to set it up to where it does not do any headlands. And maybe with that, set up that away. See, we did 2 headlands last time. Switch that to 0. We'll just go back and forth, up and down. Everything's fine. Generate it. It looks like it's going the right way. And let's start the job. Let's see if he goes back and forth and can get it all. We have the other guy down there seeding that field. Looks like he's struggling on that corner. He's still doing his very first headland. We might have to switch out and put the plainsman on that cedar. It's going a little bit slower than I want. Let's see if he turns around and can get all this. Well, it took a painfully long time for him to get turned around to start going back, but I think he's doing everything fine. I'm guessing this is just a partial width here because the field's just an odd shape where he can't get a full width every time. So I'm guessing this is this partial, and now it should be a full width from here on out. We'll let him do his thing, get this all done. We'll go back and keep an eye on the guy planting the field down the bottom of the hill. Well, as we have everybody working the fields, I think we're going to go ahead and get some sheep purchased, because we should have enough feed in here. It's a little over 9,000 liters of feed. That should last quite a while. I think we probably have enough money to get maybe 10 sheep or so. So we'll just go with these. We'll get 10 of them. Select. Of course, we're going to pay delivery. I'm not going to spend the money on getting my own transport trailer. There they go. That should keep them fed for a while. Well, I do believe that should do it for this episode here in Ravenport. By the time you see me next, all of our fields should be planted in barley. So until next time, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.
That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.